Washington State yesterday, pot became legal. And the Center for American Progress's blog, Think Progress, Nicole Flato is writing over there. It's headline, What You Need to Know Before You Buy Weed in Washington State. And it's very interesting. Only 24 places in the state are allowed to sell this stuff. You can buy up to 1 ounce if you live in Washington State. But there's a weirdness to the Washington State laws. You can only smoke pot on property that you own. So if you're renting or if you're in a hotel, you can't legally smoke the pot there. So there are people who are suggesting, and I guarantee there will be a lawsuit to this effect probably in the next few weeks, who are suggesting that this is inherently discriminatory against both poor people and people of color who disproportionately rent rather than buy their homes. So that's, a very interesting piece of this. Over 7,000 businesses applied for 334 slots that the state had authorized to sell. For stores to sell pot, only 24 have been given licenses. So these 24 stores opened day before yesterday, but they only notified everybody in I guess it was early June that pot sales were going to become legal in early July, and therefore the licensed growers have only had a month or so to start growing stuff, and so there's not much of a supply. I mean, Seattle really drove this process. Seattle's a town of, 5-6 million people? They have one pot store there, and it had 2 pounds of inventory. You can buy up to 1 ounce. You have to be 21. But if you take it home and give some to a friend, or even, theoretically you're smoking your stuff and you share it with a friend, that's considered distribution, and that's a crime. That's a felony. So your friend has to go and buy his own pot, and then the two of you can sit and smoke pot together. It's getting a little strange.